Hello, potassium people. Welcome back to another day of Azure's on a vacation from the computer, so he is just sharing very brief thoughts and not editing anything at all. So here we have another delicious banana. This one's ripening quite well. And today I think I'm just going to talk about balance. So I've talked about consistency before, how consistency defines a person. And it defines pretty much everything. And if you want to see that, it's in one of the previous videos without a made or good looking thumbnail. It's just me in a room like this. So good luck finding it. I think it's the first one of this series, right? Where I'm gone. I can't edit stuff. I can't make the banana peel tier list. But that's besides the point. What is the point? Is that balance is less so about consistency than it is about finding what is right for you, finding what is right in general, and how you want your life to be. So the way I look at it is like there is a cup, right? And a lot of people see balance as everything has to be equal. But that's not really what balance is. That's not what it means for things to be balanced. For balance, it just means that things are not equal, but they can live with each other. They can fit on the same plane, basically. So for instance, you have a cup of water and you can pour oil into the water, right? And what will happen is the oil is going to separate and maintain itself away from the water. It becomes balanced in the cup in the sense that the oil will sit above the water, and this cup will become balanced. It'll equal itself out in a way. And the way I see that in our lives is, what do we want to focus on? What do we want a lot of? And is it sustainable? So I guess a better word than balance would be what is sustained, right? So when you sustain something, when you understand what you want, eventually, at some point, things will work themselves out. If I decided I wanted to have a lot more salt in my diet, like I want to eat a bunch of salt, I would put in more salt into anything I eat. I'd coat my meals in it. I'd put it in all my recipes, right? And at some point, the amount of salt that I've been putting in consistently becomes the new normal. It balances itself out. That is the new norm. And so when I try something less than that, it's out of balance. There's less of what I expect to be in there because I've balanced my diet based on that much salt. Okay? And the same thing goes for, like, if you have more than that, now it's still out of balance, it's just more than that. Balance is more like in terms of life and expectation of what you are trying to get. So if I want to balance my life around being really good at video games, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a bunch of time dedicated, or however much time I want dedicated to playing and practicing in a video game, okay? Or if I want to become really good at programming, or if I want to like be very informed on things, right? I will balance my life. I will put in enough oil into the cup so that most of it is that. You still need other things in your life, obviously. You still need other things to maintain a full cup. Because if you just have one thing, at some point, you're going to realize that your balance is off. Your balance is off. It's not great, but you can balance your life around whatever you want, whatever you're trying to seek after. Okay? Personally, for me, I just want to be happy, right? And so I balance my life with things that I think make me happy. Just different kinds of work, you know. This even makes me happy. Not even just necessarily explaining things, but just like the idea that I'm able to eat a banana right? I'm able to eat a banana every single day, and whether I could talk about anything, but it's nice, it's enjoyable. Maybe some of this advice will help somebody. Maybe what I'm saying is hoobly goobly nonsense, and that's okay. I think it's okay to accept things like that. That sometimes what you do isn't even gonna help necessarily. It's not like the greatest, most profound thing anyone's ever heard of. Oh, balance. Azure, you're an idiot. I hear that all the time from some friends I try to share advice, and it's like, stupid. They're good friends. Don't get me wrong. They're good friends. Just, I gotta work on how I portray my thoughts a bit more. And I understand that. And they're good in other ways. But how much are you willing to dedicate to something? That's the true nature of balance, in my opinion. It's so interesting to me how good a banana tastes after so many days of eating one. I find the banana to be a perfectly balanced fruit. And the more I eat them, the more it just occurs to me that, yeah, this is so balanced, because you can have it any way you want. You want variety, you can have it. If you want consistency, you can have it with a banana. And having one every single day is sort of balance. Consistency and balance are related, but I think consistency holds a higher tier over balance. Now, for those who are still around after my rambling, I'm gonna answer a couple questions. So, people have been asking, what did the boxes mean? What's going on with the images in the background? So the day before, that was supposed to be a tree. The boxes are related to something that I've mentioned on my streams. I'm not gonna link it. If you find me, you find me. But I'm not like this on my streams. I'm not like, okay, today it's Sage Azure eating another banana. On my streams, it's usually yelling, screaming, having fun. And that's great. I'm okay with that. And on this, I want to be more informative. I want Valve to take notice that, hey, we do need a strange second banana. We need Valve, you need to step in and write like 3 lines of code to get some stuff working for things that matter. I still stand by this. I think stranges are the best type of item in the game, because you can learn so much about yourself or other people from the stranges they have. And obviously there's like strange farms. That's not what I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about if someone uses like certain strange counters, like certain things you can add to it to decide, hey, I want this item to only focus on how many spies I've killed. Like if I'm a scout and I put spies killed on my scattergun, maybe I get like 3 and the kills on my scattergun are like 6,000, right? Then I'm not doing a lot of spy checking. And that shouldn't be that crazy of a thing for something like that. But you can do it that way. You can just find out how much you use one weapon over another, or if you're more effective with one thing over another. Like if I use the quickie bomb and the iron bomber, okay, and I have more kills in this one loadout that I use all the time. I have more kills on my quickie bomb than I do my iron bomber. That means that I am better with one than the other, or I'm just better at cleaning up with one over the other, right? You can also do damage. You could put it on hats. I know this wasn't supposed to be about it, but you could basically this whole talk kind of derailed, and that's fine. That's great. I love it. I love it when it derails. No, but the whole point is that you choose your balance. You choose what you want to be balanced and in what quantities. Okay? I'm thinking there's probably a better word than balance. Or we're gonna go with that. Equilibrium, I suppose. But cheers. Valve really needs to add the strange second banana. I'm not even like a heavy main, I just really like the second banana. One day I'll be able to focus on everything that I want to do with this. Because there's a lot I want to say on this in particular. A lot. And so, maybe after this vacation ends, here's what we'll do. Alright. So, what will probably happen is anytime there's no thumbnail, it's gonna be just like a personal talk from me. Just like an idea of how I see the world, how I think of things. And then anytime there is a thumbnail, it's gonna be about that specifically, right? And then I eat a banana at the end. Obviously. That's gonna remain consistent. But I wouldn't say that's always going to be something insightful when it's just me. Just to make that clear. Not everything has to be insightful. Not everything has to be a mind-blowing revelation. Sometimes it's just nice to talk. And so tomorrow, if you're expecting some wise sage thing, I think I'm just going to talk about how the vacation's gone so far. Or maybe I'll do that at the end. I'll do one more after my friend goes home, after I'm finally back on the computer. I'll just talk about some things I experienced and some of what I learned. So, count how many, take a banana shot every time. Take a bite of a banana every time you heard me say so in this video. And you're gonna eat like 6 bananas. It's a bad habit. I need better balance that. So, anyways. Valve. Please. I need the strange second banana. It's more than what you think it is.